for 5 years. You made life in that small room, that prison.
Mom, I'm 5. You're 5.
So old now.
You are so old now.
Yep.
Hey, do you know what we're gonna do today?
What?
We are going to bake a birthday cake.
You chose to tell Jack that room was the whole world, that there was nothing else.
Good morning, lamp. Good morning, plant. Good morning, sink.
I wanted him to feel safe and that it was a great place for him to.
We're grateful to hear your story.
Thank you to everyone who sent their good thoughts and their prayers.
Free.
I hoped.
Hello, Jack.
Thanks for saving our little girl.
Another planet.
Same one, just a different.
It's quite early in the film. Jack and Ma are making a birthday cake together. It's his 5th birthday. And this is largely improvised. Little jump cuts here which help move things along, but also gives it kind of more of a sense of something really happening, and not something which is being staged.
Handle that?
Yeah.
And now Jake Tremblay playing Jack is washing up, and that camera there would have been poking through a removed tile in the wall. We always kept the lens within the space. It's a tiny room. It's sort of 11 by 11, really.
Abracadabra.
Now the candle.
Here, Jack's upset because he doesn't have candles. And this is really probably the first time in the film there's been any conflict between Jack and Ma. It's normal kind of behavior of a small child who isn't getting quite what they want, but it tells us something important in this very particular situation. And this leads to an interchange which tells us for the first time something about this character, Old Nick. It's what they call the person who's keeping him captive.
I want to try your cake.
No.
Here we really needed
One evening when the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the tracks came a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountain. Oh, come with me, go and see the big rock candy mountain. In the big rock candy mountain, there's a land that's clear and bright.
shoot.
And Edmund tears free out of the bag and swims and swims.
So time has
to the
passed
island
here,
of
and
Monte Cristo.
again, this is improv. They're doing the laundry in the bath while we backlay the audio from what we're about to see, which is Ma reading Jack a story of the Count of
Sails
Monte
back
Cristo.
to France.
The story of that escape is gonna play a part in the preparation for their own escape, which comes later in the film.
Truck, wiggle out, jump, run, somebody.
I'm scared.
I know. I'm gonna be there in your head talking to you the whole time.
Truck. Wiggle out. Jump when the truck slows down. Run. Somebody.
You all right?
Okay, at this point in the film, Ma, played by Brie Larson, is trying to explain to her son, Jack, played by Jake Tremblay, that everything he thinks he knows about where they live is not true. He thinks this small 10 by 10 room is the whole of the universe. He's lived in it for 5 years. He's never known anything else. But now things are getting dangerous and she needs his help to escape. She's got to explain to him that things are a little bit different. My note to her was, try not to freak him out, but you've got to get the message over. And to him it was, you do not like or believe what she's saying. You can't give complex directions to kids about what the overall meanings are of the scene in the arc of the film, but you can say you don't want to hear this. And so as Bree's character is getting more anxious, she can feel him responding with more resistance, and she starts to get more insistent, and so it escalates into this lack of understanding.
There wasn't a dog. Old Nick stole me.
I want a different story.
No, this is the story that you get.
We're shooting in a tiny space, in this 10 by 10 space. But what's interesting is you can have that constraint disappear for the audience. So through this whole scene, we're shooting on longish lenses, throwing the backgrounds out of focus, keeping it about them, and the place disappears. When you want to bring the place back, you shoot wider, see two corners, realize just how tiny it is.
One evening when the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the tracks came a hobo hiking, and he said, "Boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountain. Oh, come with me, go and see the big rock candy mountain. In the big rock candy mountain, there's a land that's clear and bright."
Now Jake here playing Jack he's kind of amazing. Just if you watch,
We're grateful to hear your story. Thank you to everyone who sent their good thoughts and their prayers.
how intense he is in his kind of defiance of her, how she becomes the kid at the end here. She gives up, and he just holds this look. I remember shooting that and thinking, wow, that's pretty incredible. It was quite early on in the shoot, and all I would have said to him is just hold her eye when you're walking away. And yet this little 7-year-old kid's able to take that direction and make something real out of it.
You chose to tell Jack that room was the whole world, that there was nothing else.
We're grateful to hear your story. Thank you to everyone who sent their good thoughts and their prayers.
Jake to lose it with his mother.
Try a bite of it.
I said no!
And that actually took a long time, because he whispered to me eventually, after we'd been trying to get it for a while, "But shouting is rude, and I like her." And so we got the whole crew in, and we had this kind of shouting competition, made it into a game, and at that point he sort of lost any self-consciousness. Then went for it. This was shot pretty early on and it was really only a few days into
The evening when the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the tracks came a hobo hiking, and he said, "Boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountain." Sweet the
I've been in the world 37 hours.
That's us.
we push.
I've seen windows and hundreds of cars and birds and Grandma and Grandpa.
Jack, someone here would like to meet you.
Will he find us?
No, he will never find us.
Everyone keeps asking, are we okay?
You have no idea what's going on in my head.
Yeah, well, try me.
And every time you look at me, that's all that you see?
When I look at you, Joy, I will see my daughter.
You're gonna love it.
What?
The world.
One evening when the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the tracks came a hobo hiking, and he said, "Boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far
this room?
away, beside the
Yeah.
crystal fountain. Oh, come
Has it
with
gotten
me,
shrinked?
go and see
Where is everything?
big rock candy mountain.
Taken for evidence.
In the
Proof
big
that we
rock
were here.
candy